everyone, ladies and gentlemen. This is a quick notice, just for the introduction, just kind of an advisory. I don't have my microphone, so you might not be able to hear me as well. So I'm gonna have to take some extra effort and enhance and intensify my speaking volume. I'm gonna try to whisper as much as possible. But if I start to just quietly talk like this, if I start talking like this, which I think will do a better job at not straining my voice. Anyways, we're gonna try this little spectacle. It's kind of crazy. I've seen it everywhere and I've kind of just pushed it away because it's kind of silly. And it's lime, like cut up slices of lime, like the fruit lime. And then you dip it and dunk it in salt. You coat it in salt and eat it with the peel and everything. So I said, that. We're not gonna do that because that sounds repulsive. So instead, we're going to use Tajín. It is a Mexican spice that is mostly made with lime anyways. It's kind of, it's just a, just a random mix of, just a cocktail of different spices, I guess. So we already have our beautiful array right here. I've already tried one and it's actually really, really good. I'm not gonna try it with salt because that's nasty, but I was gonna cut it up before, but I want to make valuable use out of your time and I want it to be fruitful. So we're going to cut this up. This is the sharp side. It's very deceiving, trying to distinguish the two. So we're gonna cut off the booty at the end, like so. And we really could have gotten that, so we're just gonna squeeze. I love lime juice. I love lime juice. I may even like limeade better than lemonade. But furthermore, I like Brazilian lemonade, which is made with limes. It's super good. So we're gonna slice this into pieces. This is actually leftover limes from my Brazilian lemonade. But we have no more sweetened condensed milk. We bought too many limes for too little sweetened condensed milk. It's basically this delicious recipe that includes, obviously, limes, which for some reason it has limes instead of lemons, even though it's still called Brazilian lemonade, which is kind of weird. But anyways, it has limes, sweetened condensed milk, water, and sugar. That's very simple, basic ingredients. And yeah, I'm kind of lazy. I'm gonna wait to cut that. Just coat this nice little platter here, and then we're just gonna do a generous amount of this Tajín seasoning. So you don't really season this with spices. You just kind of put it on cold things like cucumber. Okay, so coat it both sides like this. Got it perfectly coated lime. So it's much easier just to pop the whole thing in your mouth, because if you try to bite it and it just gets stuck in your teeth, and as you know, the rind on the outside will hold it together, will link it together, and the other stuff will fall apart. So you can't really get a bite without, ripping it halfway and it's still being connected. So we're just gonna pop it in. That's good. And the fact of the matter is that the Tajín kind of waters down the tart and the bitterness of the lime. I like it, but I don't like it to the extent where I think I'm gonna waste all my limes on this, even though they're gonna waste it anyways. I'll probably finish it some other day. But we're just gonna finish the ones on my plate and see where the future takes us. So, do you guys like Jell-O? Because I got some Jell-O it's cooling right now. We just let it seep in there. We put the gelatin in. It's orange flavored Jell-O, which is probably the best flavor. My grandma makes this thing for holidays where she does cherry flavored Jello, and then she actually chops up black, fresh, wild cherries and puts it in there, minces it in there, and oh my lord, it's such a good dessert. Okay, coat that. Wow, that's really coated. Also, this kind of gives you heartburn, and I'm gonna go to sleep, which very soon, because it's currently 12:20 p.m. or a.m. now, Eastern Standard Time. I think I'm making this on a Thursday. So yeah, it's Thursday today. Pretty good. It still makes you recoil though. I mean, it's good, but it still makes you, because of how sour it is. But it's actually more sour without the powder. Wow, it makes your eyes twitch. All right, I might have to have a nice old glass of milk with this. Actually, I'm gonna get some milk. I did make my chamomile tea this evening. I should have done that. Actually, I'm gonna make that instead. A little chamomile tea. Trader Joe's. It is so delicious, delectable. It's fabulous. Helps soothe your mind, helps relax your body. And is great for setting up that habit and that routine and that ritual for sleep that we so much love. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna throw this in the microwave. These are so stubborn, so you're gonna have to rip it. It's so much simple when you just do that. You just completely alleviate all the hardship that could potentially be on you if you just sit there and kind of try to peel at the wrapper, and it never works. Okay, so these are my favorite mugs. They're good for coffee or tea. I prefer tea. I'm a tea person. I drink tea every single day and every single night. I prefer mine without sugar in the night, and then I'll add a little bit of sugar just to help coat the flavors in the morning. So let me show you my preferred teas in which time period of day. So a little day of my life tea edition. So I have chamomile tea to help go to sleep. It's very floral. It's made mostly with flowers. It's herbal. It's great. It's great for you. It's organic. It's all that good stuff. And then I drink this in the morning. Spiced chai tea. It's super good. And Trader Joe's has such immaculate stuff. Nice array of things. And it's actually kind of funny because I've never stepped foot inside a Trader Joe's ever in my life before. But I know because my counselor, who I'm very, very dear, and she's a very beloved woman, very, very liked among people who know her. She helps people. She's a counselor, works in psychology, which is the field that I am going to attend this fall at a local community college to get my 2-year associate's degree. I am majoring in psychology, so I'm super happy for that. I'm super, super excited because I love psychology. I love things to do with your brain, different receptors and, kind of different areas and lobes that are responsible for different amazing things that we do every day. Anyways, I'm kind of changing the subject, but if it was my choice, my forte is green tea. I would drink green tea in the morning before I started my day. Just set up my day. I would wake myself up, get some nice green tea, and it was also from Trader Joe's. It had caffeine in it, which is kind of a necessity to wake you up, right? But I ran out of that, so this is what you get in the morning. And it's worked out for me very fine. And then my mom likes the sleepy time tea. It's like peach flavored. And no, this is different. This is just regular peach tea. No, she likes the sleepy time tea. I've tried it. Actually, I can't find it. Okay. I keep pulling out every single tea except for the one I'm talking about. Right here. It's good. It's good, but it's not as great as she makes it seem. I've tried it, but I've added sugar to it, so probably completely masked the flavors anyway. And it was very flavorless for the most part, so I kind of, I guess, enhanced the flavor. So I do it differently. You can judge me, whatever. I don't do it the 1950s way where we put it in a freaking tea steamer. No, you take it and you put it in the microwave for about 2 minutes and it's fine. 2 minutes, put it in the microwave. My dad's sleeping, my mom's sleeping, my sister's supposedly sleeping, so I'm gonna be quiet. Even though the microwave is very, very noisy. But yeah. Hopefully that sound will help you guys settle down. Also, okay, cool. We got that. Okay, and then we're gonna add this tea bag in. Okay, I took my nightly medicine to help me go to sleep. It helps unwind my mind and get me to wire down, I guess. Let me know in the comments. Do you guys take medicine to go to sleep? This is actually really good. Every time I take a bite, it hurts my chest. It gives me like instant chest burn and chest pain. So I don't know if it's worth it, but it tastes good. But it's very painful. It's very painful to eat. Oh. That's horrible. I like the taste, but it's so painful. Do you ever get, like when you eat spicy food? It's so good. It tastes so good. But is it even worth it if it just makes your mouth numb? And, you know, it's just excruciating pain throughout the entire timeline of you eating? I mean, you don't eat to be in pain. You eat to, you know, have your taste buds stimulated and taste good. So, but there's nothing wrong with spicy. I love spicy stuff. And fun fact, whenever I'm at Taco Bell, it's a necessity. It's an essential. I always have to get a copious amount, plenty. You have to get a very generous amount. I always ask for hot fire and Diablo sauce. And every bite of the Taco Bell has to be just loaded with the sauce. Every bite has to. I like mild sauce too. I really do. But I try to challenge myself with spice because I seem to have a very high spice tolerance. And I would have had to say this at some point within my career on technology on YouTube. I would have had to express this fact at some point in my life. But I did try the world's hottest salsa in the entire world. Not the world's hottest sauce, but the world's hottest salsa. It was in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And it was called Death by Salsa. And I worked my way up in a sequence, right? So I tried the supposed third and second, and worked my way up to the number one spot on the list in terms of most spiciest salsa on the planet. And I tried the second one. I tried the third most spiciest, the second, and it didn't kick in. It wasn't painful. I got through it effortlessly. But then I tried the first one, and it was fine the first 3 seconds I was into it, but then it was probably the most painful, excruciating thing, harrowing thing that my tongue has ever had to go through in my entire 18 years of living. So that's a little fun fact that I like to throw at people. Has this been in here for 2 minutes? Because I feel like it's been longer than that. but it's just now saying 50 seconds left, which I have a hard time believing it's been a minute. It was a very slow minute if it was, but here we go. Okay. I just can't with my chest. Well, I don't know why that's doing that. I'm having a hard time getting it down. Don't know how to feel about that one. If I throw up in the middle of the night because of the congestion and that's not good. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's enough of this. I think that's enough. I think we can be good. I think we can be done with that. Whether it be fortunately or unfortunately. Yeah, I think we're done with the lime. So the rest of the video is just going to be me sipping on my chamomile tea. Chamomile tea. It's hot. It's hot. Oh, also, I burnt myself about 5 years ago now, 2021. I don't know the date. It was probably during the summer, but it could have been in the spring. But my mom got me this flamin' hot mac and cheese, and it was, you know, I was kind of looking forward to trying it. She knew I like hot stuff, so she decided to get me this flamin' hot mac and cheese. It was Kraft mac and cheese. She got me it. So I was at my dad's work because I was at the age, I was like 13, and my mom didn't trust me or my sister being home unattended by ourselves. So I had to go to my father's work and be there with him while he worked. And I did lessons online because halfway through my 7th grade year, I converted online learning because I was very, very afraid and fearful of COVID because it was very hazardous, it was deadly, and people at my school didn't like to follow the state rules and regulations that told you that you have to wear a mask to protect people. My phone was out of storage. So, anyways, they didn't take it seriously. They didn't care. They didn't take the severity of the virus seriously. So I went online, went to my dad's work, and got the mac and cheese out of the microwave, and it was stacked. It was like layered. It wasn't just a microwave that was in front of you in range. It was elevated. It was high. So you had to reach up, and that's very hazardous and dangerous all within itself. So got my microwavable mac and cheese, the flamin' hot, came down, and it burnt my thigh. It like the mark is still here, but yeah, it's still visible, and I think I've shown it. I'll show it again, but I don't want to show it right now because if I show it, it may be detected as explicit from YouTube because the YouTube robots might perceive me as being naked, which I'm not. I have a robe on, clearly. But yeah, if I showed you, it's on my thigh. So yeah, that's a little fun story. So yeah, flaming hot. It really was hot. It was so hot that it pierced through my skin, and it didn't kill the skin cells. It didn't kill. It just tore off a layer of it. I got 2nd-degree burns, which I went to burn specialists, and we went to the urgent care. They refused to treat us. I don't know if they had an influx of people. They were too busy, but we ended up going to the hospital. And they said that it was a 2nd-degree burn, which is the most painful burn you can get because your nerves are damaged and they're still alive, so you can sense pain. But if you get a 3rd-degree burn, the skin cells are dead, so the pain is just not there. You cannot feel it. It's not palpable. But yeah, that's my little story. I think I've shared that before. Anyways, I am procrastinating because I like to talk. I like to keep up with you guys. So yeah, I'm sorry that I don't have a microphone with me today. It's a little unfortunate, but no sugar's going in this. It's just gonna steep, just gonna sit there nicely. And if we want to drink it now, this is what we could do. We could put a little bit of cold water in here. I'm not gonna take you guys with me because I'm worried that I'm gonna spill this, and I don't want to recreate the tragedy that happened to me when I got burnt the first time. Perfect. Okay, we got here. It's still scorching hot, but we need to clean up this mess. So my dad isn't left with it overnight. Put all the seeds that fell off. Again, this is good. It's enjoyable. It's not something I'd go out of my way to get, but it's just painful to eat, especially if you have digestion issues. It's not recommended for me, at least. I'll try to. I don't want to waste this lime though. I'll just squeeze the juice out. How about that? I'll just squeeze it out and I'll water. I'll get water with my tea. Okay. All right, we got some water here. You see it? I don't want to spill it out. Yeah, you see it. It spilled. Okay. 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 The worst feeling in the world is if you have a minor wound, if you have a cut and lime juice gets in it. Ugh, it's bad. Let's see if that adds enough lime. I wonder how it would taste in tea. I'm not gonna ruin it though. Or risk ruining it. It's good. I hate that. I hate that. I do not like when we have these little magnet family photos. That's me in the middle in the green. I believe this is at Cedar Point. Yeah, Cedar Point, which I just went to last Friday with my friend. But this was in 2015. We hang little magnets here from decades ago, and they fall every time you get even remotely close to the refrigerator. So, okay, one lime won't hurt. It might be too limey, but it's all experimental. It's all for a video. And if I don't like it, I'll just not have it again, right? We'll use the smaller end. Just kind of, we can always add more water. Oh, that looks good. I like lime juice, or yeah. Lime with water is really good. Okay. It's probably too limey, so we're gonna add some water. Perfect. That's perfect. So, yep. This is my little mess here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, the rest of this lime. Might as well not put it into a bag, because that might just, I don't know, it would just sit there and rot. So, probably gonna end up throwing it out. But yeah, it's a good combination. It's not for the weak if you have a weak stomach, and it just might not sit with you. So I recommend to not try it if you can't handle it, because it's not worth it. I will say that. Okay, I'm gonna try my chamomile tea. Oh gosh, it's so good. Okay, here we go. I usually like to pour it in something bigger before I go to bed. I don't like to keep it in there. but it doesn't look like I have anything that'll let it fit. So that might not work, but we'll try. We'll try it. I don't know why. I just never like. We'll just use this freaking cup. And then this is what I do when I go to sleep. I always take this with me and sip it as I'm dozing off, and it helps so much. Not a single drop on the stove. Bravo. Kudos to me. Okay, that's good. Put this away, and then we're gonna go to bed. It's around 12:40 right now. So that's the signal to go to bed. I don't think I have anything major tomorrow. That's bound to change, but as of now, I don't think I have anything too special tomorrow, so I can sleep in. But I like to sleep in extra late. I'm not an early riser. I would love to be a morning person, but I'm not. I'm a night owl. I have my most exuberant thoughts at night. But I would say if I had to narrow it down, my average bedtime is between, just in general, probably 11 and 12. I'm kind of going past that today. Actually, I'd say 11 and 12:30 is the time frame I go to sleep. And I wake up around 10:30, 11. And that's on a good day. Sometimes if I stay up late enough, I'll sleep until 12, 12:30, 1 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon the next day. And that's not a good habit, so don't form that habit. So I'm not one to be giving advice on sleep consistency and when to wake up. I can't give that advice because I'm bad at it. I'm good at going to sleep because of my medicine. It helps knock me out and get all those chemicals in my brain to help, give my brain the signal that it's time to go to sleep, in fact. But once I'm asleep, it's hard to get me awake. And I'm a heavy sleeper too. It's still hot. Anyways, one last story before I conclude this video and publish it on Friday. One of my favorite days, my favorite day of the week is Friday. Either that or Saturday. Saturday's probably my favorite, but there was this one time, I'm such a heavy sleeper, in fact. I was sleeping over with my friend. His name was Connor W. His last name started with a W. He was sleeping down here, just in that room right here. We were sleeping right here, sleepover, in my living room, which is right in there where my dad is sleeping right now with the TV on. You see it? I'm not sure what movie he's watching. And he claimed, I was sleeping on the couch. He claimed to wake up in the middle of the night, either that or he didn't go to sleep. And he saw a man outside of the house, of the window, going like this. He was like scanning with his hand the window. And then he ducked, he hurried up, and he ran up the stairs. He ran up the stairs and alerted my parents right here. He hovered down here and then bolted up here. And then I woke up 20 some minutes later with my mom, my dad. It was frantic. I think the cops were even alerted because somebody was on our property. I didn't see it. And apparently Connor was trying to wake me up. He was alerting me. He was saying, Wyatt, wake up. But I didn't wake up. I was fast asleep. So that's a little story. I haven't been friends with Connor in a long time. In fact, I don't think I've had an interaction with him since 2020, which is like 6 years. So if you're watching this, Connor, I miss you. You were a good friend. He was a quiet friend too. He was very humble. And yeah, apparently he had his first sleepover in his life with me. We went to Cleveland together and we spent the night in Cleveland. And we watched South Park one of the nights. But we went to, it was like an indoor amusement park type thing, and that you could buy gaming systems and play retro games and stuff. It was in Cleveland, but I don't remember where it was, but we stood at a hotel, we watched South Park. Yeah, we watched Trump, who was president then, walk out with, his huge, rotund body. And I said that, wow, he's pretty fat, because I don't like Trump, I never have. And Connor was like, oh, that's not very nice, because he was a Trumper back then, because his parents were, but yeah, not politics, no politics. This is a politic-free channel, but I just had to throw that in there. But yeah, I don't like Trump. I never have. I never will. I'll always vote Democrat for the rest of my life. But yeah, I said no politics, but then I said that. My bad. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I don't know what to tell you.